good, YouTube, vinyl community? It's Isaac here. Gonna make another vinyl update video. I was gonna make one in July, but mail days just past few weeks. The mail days have been out of control, and the pre-orders that I've made for the past months are starting to come in. So I've been trolling around through some of the vinyl videos, and it seems like you guys have been doing this. So listening to the new Rise and Falls LP, heavy hitting stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into what I've gotten so far. This was a mail day that came out a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it's in a bag here. This is the Noothgrush and Suppression 5-inch split EP or song, because they only Noothgrush put in one song on this. And Noothgrush is a sludge and doom act, so they managed to fit a song into this. I don't know how they did it, but they did. And Suppression is the power electronics, really hard to listen to stuff, and it's extremely heavy, but they did it. And it's 2 songs in that thing, and little cute little 5-inch. Never had a 5-inch before, so it's a pretty awesome thing. And I spent a couple extra bucks for the collector's puzzle edition. So it comes with a little puzzle. It's about 75 pieces, and assembles into the album cover of the split. And I'm no good with puzzles, so I did it once, and I'll never do it again. That was too hard for me. My brain does not work that way. Next one I got is the it's a Fall Out Boy. It's the single "Sugar We're Going Down," and our lawyers made us change the name of this song. From Under the Cork Tree, the songs that this album came from. It's one of my favorite high school bands. So when I saw this for sale, I was gonna pick it up, and it was only like $2, so didn't really care. Anyways, it's really nice to have those songs though. So next one I got is, what is this? It's World Burns to Death, and split with Slang. And I bought this on the Death Wish online distro for $1. There was a sale going on, and yeah, it's World Burns to Death is like a thrashcore band, and Slang is a Japanese hardcore. Really nice red vinyl there, and yeah, it's really solid. I mean, for $1, can't complain. So next one I got is this is the Ergs. It's a split with the Measure, and the Ergs and the Measure, they're both punk rock in the vein of Bomb the Music Industry on a brown marble vinyl. And once again, it's I got it for $1, so can't complain. Alright, so the next one I got, I was at the, actually, you know what, I'm just going to flip to this one real quick, because it poster noise. This is the next one I got that was only $1 too. This is Hatewaves, Taste the Beast. You can kind of see, with a name called Taste the Beast and a rip-off of Joy Division like that, they don't take themselves too seriously. It's a side project of another band, Pulling Teeth, and yeah, it's only one-sided, so it's got about 5 songs here, and then it's empty on the other side here. 5 songs at 45 RPMs on one side. They go anywhere between 45 seconds to 15 seconds. It's extremely heavy, extremely fast, and it's over before you know it, so pay attention. Next one I got, this is another one I got for $1. This is the Young Republicans. Features, these guys were from the 80s. It's the first band from 3 of the members of Yautja Today, which is a pretty legendary hardcore band, and you can kind of see that these guys made this band when they were 15 years old. So you can imagine that this little EP of these kids, it's not really the greatest stuff ever, but back then, what was great, So I mean, it's definitely for fans of that whole old school hardcore stuff, obviously Yautja Today, maybe like Descendants. So if you're into that sort of stuff, I highly dig it, and it's really cheap. It was $1. So next one I got was Shook Ones, and it's a single. It's the single MerriweatherPostPavillion, and backed up with Fancy. MerriweatherPostPavillion, obviously a Animal Collective ripoff. But it's anything but. These are melodic hardcore from Seattle, Washington, or from the Northwest, basically. And I'm really happy they put something out, because they don't really seem to be putting out a lot much. Their last album was years ago, and it's good to see that they're still kicking. if not just a little bit. So I recently went to the Southern Lord tour, and a whole bunch of bands that I like, and a whole bunch of bands that I support. And this was the opening band, Enabler. This is their first EP, War Begins With You. I've been a huge fan of Enabler since for about a couple years now, actually. And yeah, I don't have this yet, so this is for sale for like only $5, and it's numbered too. So cool, special little tour edition there. And I also picked up their split that they have with Yautja. I have a hard time saying that. I mean, maybe, yeah, I have no idea how to say that. But yeah, awesome album artwork. Yeah, and everything else is pretty cool about it. It's solid metallic hardcore with some crust in it, for flavor on the black little wax here. And yeah, and with that, now all I really need now to complete their discography is their next album that's coming out basically today. So I pre-ordered it off their record, Halo Flies, and should be coming in here any day now, hopefully. So can't wait. Big fan of them. And also at the tour, they were selling these as well. They actually, funny story. They weren't selling these. This is a Southern Lords. It's a dual 7-inch sampler, compilation sampler, basically. They were giving these away for any purchase you made during the tour, and it's amazing because look at this thing. It's a stout and tip, gatefold, original artwork, everything about it, and it features bands like Poison Idea, Burning Love, The Secret, Martyrdod, Enabler, Power Trip. Basically, all the hardcore bands that Southern Lord has been signing recently, they all contribute a track or two to this, and it's amazing. So I can't believe they're selling it for free. Moving on to the LPs that I've picked up since then. This is actually the first one that I bought after my last video. This is a split, Iron Lung and the Endless Blockade. It's a live split. It's Broadcast Negativity. They made this in 2007 while on their European tour with Hatred Surge, and I found it in my hometown, Seattle. Couldn't believe that they were selling this here. I found it in the understock. It was unpriced. I had to ask the guy the guy that works there to price it for me, and he didn't know like the value of it. So I kind of had an idea, but I was like, I'll give you $10 for it. So, and he did. So shoot, I got this for a killer price, and it's all original, complete with the original printing of the lyrics. It's got a pretty sick, just regular black vinyl. And you open this thing up, shows Broadcast Negativity. It's hand stenciled onto it too. So, and it's also hand numbered too. Only made 300 of these things, and this is number 44. Somehow it made it here. Not gonna complain for that. All right, so whoa, shoot. All right, so moving on. This is mewithoutYou's. This is their, I forget what album number this is, but it's their latest one, 10 Stories. It came in with a pre-order of mine. I really like mewithoutYou, classic, post-hardcore sound for the fans of like La Dispute or maybe even Neutral Milk Hotel. These guys go anywhere between those two styles of indie and post-hardcore. Very well thought out lyrics, very spiritual too, and yeah, it's a pretty cool design on it too. A little classic. I almost want to say this is like kind of Christmassy, I think, but I don't know. You guys would be the judge of that. I think that's what it looks like. And you open it up, and you just got your basic, thanks and your basic credits, and yeah, it came in a pretty nice little gray marble vinyl there. I really dig it. This is one of my favorite post-hardcore records so far this year, at least. Next one I got is The Tallest Man on Earth's There's No Leaving Now. Swedish singer-songwriter, just him and his guitar. This one, compared to all of his other LPs, this is his third album, so this one's a lot different in that there's a lot more instrumentation to it. There's more bass and drum work in it. It's not really poppy, I would say, but it's a lot more fleshed out. And to be honest, I think I'd consider this his best work. A lot of people I'm hearing still think The Wild Hunt, his second LP, the one before this, is still his best, but I'm really digging this a lot more. I didn't really like The Wild Hunt that much. I don't know why, but I like that one a lot. Next one I got, ooh yeah, Southern Lord. I've been repping Southern Lord a lot lately, as you can kind of see. And speaking of that, this is Sleep Dopesmoker. This came in about a week ago. Southern Lord has been doing this big, huge campaign to promote their reissuing of Sleep Dopesmoker. Dopesmoker is a pretty powerful, seminal stoner metal, doom metal band, and they feature members of High on Fire and Ohm. And this is basically their quintessential album. So they did, I mean, Southern Lord just went out of control on this packaging. It's just out of control, like thick stout and tip jacket. Southern Lord, always goes overboard on their packaging, but this is just something else entirely. And it came with a pretty gnarly poster that I got mounted and framed. So of course I'm gonna keep that. And it's holographic, as you can kind of see. They only made about 2,000 of these holographic ones, and I got this one on the green vinyl. You kind of see that there. Only made 500 of them on the green vinyl, so I'm really stoked for that. So I'm really, really glad. I've never heard Sleep before. I know High on Fire and Ohm pretty well, and I'm really, really excited. It sounds so much. It's perfect combination of the two, and it's amazing. I like it. I'm not even that big of a. I wouldn't even call myself that big of a stoner doom fan, I guess, but for some reason that's what I've been digging lately. So, but kind of shifting gears here a little bit. This is Nick Drake's Bryce Layter. Huge fan of Nick Drake, and yeah, obviously Elliott Smith and Nick Drake. Those two, they kind of come hand in hand. So I have a Pink Moon, and all the rest of them were kind of hard to find, but they must have been reissuing this or something, because I saw it at my record store, perfectly sealed and everything, and bought it for about $20. So yeah, I'm really, really glad to have this. I mean, technically speaking, it's probably like my least favorite Nick Drake album, but even my least favorite Nick Drake album is I still think it's amazing. Like, it's out of control good. Moving on a little bit more. This is Burning Love's second LP, Rotten Thing to Say. It just came out. Burning Love is a Canadian hardcore hard rock band featuring Chris Colohan of ex-Cursed fame. If you guys know the story about Cursed, it's pretty sad. They were one of my favorite hardcore bands. But he started Burning Love. This is their second album, and it's basically got some nastiness there. It's basically just straight crust punk hardcore with very, very catchy hard rock riffs to it and everything. And the vinyl isn't actually out for sale yet, but they were on tour for the Southern Lord, and they were kind of selling them in advance. So I kind of got myself a pretty advanced copy. It's a blood red and black vinyl, kind of like the Black Breath color, and I like it. It's good. I mean, it gets a little repetitive every once in a while, but other than that, I have no complaints for it. I love everything that Chris Colohan does. Kind of continuing on the same Southern Lord path. This is Martyrdod's fourth album, Paranoia. Martyrdod is Swedish D-beat, a little bit of crust punk and a little bit of black metal mixed in for flavoring. And this is, it's very straightforward. It's not, there's no frills to it. It's hard hitting, and it's pretty. I would say in the realms of D-beat, it's a clear vinyl. In the realms of D-beat, it's pretty accessible. So yeah, if you guys really want to check out to see what crust punk or hardcore crust or something like that is all about, I definitely recommend this one. It's pretty good. I like it. Last one I got. This one came in today. This is Loss's Despond. Parasitic Records over in Portland is releasing this thing. These guys are a Tennessee old school funeral death metal. Like, it's like you plug it in and it feel like you're listening to like a dirge in hell. Like, it's really sad, and it's none of that like oh shoot, I'll show you that in just a sec. It's not like demonic or satanic or anything like that. It's what it is. It's a feeling of loss, like very emotional, very heartfelt, very the feeling of loss and depression is just radiant throughout this thing, and it comes in a very chunky 180 gram vinyl, and so it sounds amazing. And the cool thing about it is that it came with this here. It's just a little it's a little what is it? It's a 12-page, like, basically a 12-page booklet of artwork and the lyrics, original artwork, original everything about it, and it's, like I said, like nothing really satanic or demonic, which most people would perpetuate death metal to be like. It's just very gut-wrenching, emotional, dark themes of loss. And yeah, I'm trying not to sound too emo or something like that, but it's something special, man. Like, there's something special about that album. I love it. And of course, anything from Parasitic Records I'll buy. But yeah, guys, that's what I got. Wow, shoot, 15 and a half minutes. If you guys watched this, thank you. Thank you also for people who continue to subscribe. Yeah, just hit whatever you guys feel like. Comment if you guys have any questions. If you want to talk, I'll be around. So yeah, guys, take it easy.